Winter on the Oregon coast. $1,000,000 views for exactly $0. Your escape awaits when you're ready to travel again.
Looking really pretty out there. There's a live look from our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera out in Lincoln City. Thanks so much for watching Afternoon Live. This is the simple Moroccan recipe you need to put on everything, or you can just enjoy it on its own. Here to make her tomato salad, we welcome back to the show food blogger Salima Benkalti. Hi Salima, good to see you.
Sure, Renee. Thank you for having me on again.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see this dish. I don't know that I've ever made a tomato salad.
Yeah, so this dish is extremely popular in Morocco. If you have ever visited or know anyone who has and you ask them about it, I guarantee they've tried it. In Morocco, we eat, instead of like the traditional course meal like we do here, in Morocco, traditionally you have one dish in the center of the table, and it's shared by everyone. And outside of that dish, you have lots of little salads, all kinds of different salads. And this is, like I said, one of the most popular ones.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like that. Thank you for that little bit of culture. I had no idea.
Yeah. So in Morocco, actually, instead of utensils, also primarily we eat with freshly baked bread. So instead of using a fork or a spoon, you would use a piece of bread and you kind of swoop with your bread as the utensil instead of using a traditional utensil.
It actually sounds like a lot of fun. Definitely finger licking food at that point. Okay. So let's get into this recipe. I'm eager to see what you got going on.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so traditionally they use usually Roma tomatoes or beefsteak tomatoes, but I like to use cherry tomatoes just because they're a little bit easier to prep. You don't have to worry about the skin or anything. It's totally edible. So I'm using cherry tomatoes that are just cut in half.
Okay.
And then we've also got a little bit of minced parsley, some minced cilantro.
Okay.
And then we've got a little bit of salt and some cumin. And cumin is another spice that's super popular in Moroccan cuisine. And then last, we've got olive oil. So basically, for this recipe, you just mix everything together. So we're going to just start by adding in our parsley.
Okay.
And then our cilantro. And our salt.
Got you. Now, the salt, there's nothing special about the salt, right?
I'm using this, it's called Maldon flake salt. And it is a special salt. I like this one because it's got these really nice big granule flakes of salt.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so it's a little bit, I mean, I like to think of it as like a fun treat to use for recipes where the salt isn't going to dissolve as quickly. So I wouldn't use this when I'm cooking like on the stove top because it would just dissolve and you wouldn't get to enjoy those thick flakes. But with stuff that's raw like this, it's really great to use these because you get kind of like a pop of salt in your mouth every once in a while.
Oh, I like that. It seems like it would be potent.
Exactly. I like using the salt to sprinkle on top of cookies also. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh my gosh. You're giving me, okay, stop it. Let's carry on.
Well, you put that on cookies. Okay,
now, the cumin is next?
Yeah, cumin is next. And I'm doing, I would say maybe like a tablespoon, maybe a couple teaspoons of cumin, and maybe a couple teaspoons of salt, about 2 tablespoons of each of the spices, and then about 2 cups of the halved tomatoes.
Okay.
And just gonna finish it off with a good drizzle of some extra virgin olive oil, maybe like a tablespoon. In Morocco, we're super generous with olive oil on everything. So.
I was just about to say that surpassed a tablespoon about 3 shakes ago.
Yeah, probably.
But that's okay. I like olive oil. It's good. So then you just mix it all together at this point?
That's it. We're just going to mix it together. And like you mentioned, it goes really great on a lot of things. So even though in Morocco we eat it as a side dish with bread, I like to put this on top of omelets. I like to put it just on top of a piece of toast, or even just eat it just like plain the way it is, because it's got a lot of flavor. It's really healthy. It's really refreshing. And it's great for summertime when tomatoes are in season and parsley and cilantro is fresh.
Absolutely. Now here's a question. Can you make a big batch and then does it keep overnight or for leftovers, or do you have to make it fresh every time?
You can make it and keep it for at least, I would say, 2 to 3 days. It'll stay pretty fresh in the fridge, especially if you're using the cherry tomatoes. They kind of keep the integrity of their shape a little bit better. than with other tomatoes where you dice them up really finely.
Got you. That's perfect. Salima, thank you so much. I think this is something I could try. And when I say I mean my husband, because he's the one that does all the cooking. But I can definitely try that at home.
Yeah, please do it. Let me know what you think of it.
It looks delicious. I can't wait. I wish I could taste it, but I know it's going to be good. So thank you so much. Appreciate your time today. Go ahead, girl. Go for it.
I'm ready.
Yeah, as you should. As you should. All right. Thank you again. We're going to have this recipe and a link to Salima's kitchen on our website for you at KATU.com. Don't go away. We're coming right back. Thank you.